Hello everyone. In this video, let's discuss about strings in C language. Okay. Most of us are thinking that string is a data type in C language. Actually, string is not a data type, but we can get the string value with the help of a character array. Okay. I'll start with the preprocessed data yesterday.h int main. Okay. So we can declare an array. How can I declare an array? Data type, array name, size of an array. So if I want to declare an integer array, how can I give int arr, size I'll give 5. I'll initialize the values like 1, 2, 3. Remaining 2 blocks will be blocked, but the value will not be initialized as of now. So it will be, by default, it will store the value as 0. This is the array. Similarly, when I go for strings, I don't have a data type called string in C language that can be performed with the help of a character array. So character array, the data type of that array will be char. That's all. Char. Array name I'll give. str I'll give. I'll give the sizes 10. You can declare like this, and if you want to initialize the values, I can give like this. So character array, I have to give all the values in the form of characters. So I'll give Tamil T A M I L. So here I have given 5 characters. The 6th character, by default, it will be a null character. Whenever you are declaring a character array, initializing the values will be automatically taken. Either you can give the null character like this /0. Okay, null character will be /0 like this. So you have to initialize null character at the end of the character array, or by default it will take a null character. Okay, so this is how the values will get stored. So you can declare and initialize like this, or I can give like this also. Char str of 10 I'll give in double quotes. I'll give yes. So I can give like this also. So both works. Now if I want to print any value from the index, so which is I want to access a character, I can give printf %c comma str of 3 I'll give. Return 0. Similar like an array, I can access the value. See, I have got 0, 1, 2, 3 I have got. That is I. I've got this. Then I'll print for s of 3. We'll check whether this works or not. S of let me save this. It works. So you can initialize like this or like this. By default, at the end of the character array, null character will be appended. Even though if you are giving null, if you are not giving null, that doesn't matter. By default, null character will be appended at the end of the character array. But in an integer array, you will not have a null character. Only in the character array, you will have the null character. Fine. Now I want to talk about strings, right? So if I want to print Tamil, how can I print? It's very simple. So I'll give printf %s comma str. I'll give new line. See, I've got Tamil. I want to print yes, uncheck. str, it's printing Tamil, but null character is not printed. Only the characters will be printed. Null character, it will not be printed. Now let me print yes and check. See, I've got Tamil. You can declare and initialize the character array in these two ways. And one more thing, whenever you are giving character array, you don't want to mention the size. Without size also you can mention. Based on the characters I have, it will allocate the memory. So if I have 5 characters, it will allocate 6. Why? Because null character will also be included. Let me check whether this works or not. Yes. I'm printing Tamil because that has been stored in the array name called yes. When I'm printing yes, it is getting stored because I have not given the size of the array. Similar like an array, if I am not giving the size, automatically, because this is a 1D array, but the data type is character. That's the difference. Similar like integer, I can have character also, but here we have few more extra functionalities in the character array. The major difference is null character will not be there at the end of the integer array, or float array or double array, whatever it may be. But in character array, by default, we'll have a null character at the end of the character array. Okay, now let's discuss how to get the string value as input from the user. Okay, first I'll declare a array character name. I'll give the sizes 10. So to get the input value from the user, I have to give scanf. The format specified to get a string value as input value from the user is %s. %d is integer, %c is character, %s is for strings. I'll give name. And then I'll give printf %s comma name. That's all. Let me run the code now. I'll give the input value as Tamil. See, I've got the output value. Fine. I'll just give the size as 20. Okay. I'll try to get the input value from the user. So I'll try to get my full name, Tamilarasan Guna. See here, Guna is not getting printed. Only Tamilarasan is getting printed because the format specifier %s will get the characters from the user. Whenever I am giving a space, it stops getting the input value from the user. That is why I've got Tamilarasan as the output value. Now I want to get Tamilarasan Guna as input value from the user. For that, we have to use one more format specifier, that is percentage open square bracket power symbol /n. Let me save this and let me run the code now. Tamilarasan Guna. See, I've got the output value. So what happens here is, it consider this format specifier, consider space as also an input value from the user and gets the input value. When does it stops getting the input value? In the sense, whenever I'm giving new line, /n states it new line. Whenever I'm giving a new line, it stops getting the input value from the user. Again, don't remember, by default I'll have null character at the end of the character array, because the string this Tamilarasan Guna is stored in the form of character array only. After a, I'll have null character. So I'll take a character array name. I'll give the input value as Tamil. Okay. Let me print the size of this array. So printf, I'll give %d, comma, size of is an operator. It helps us to find size of the particular variable. So I'll give name. I'm going to find what is the size of this array name. Let me save this and let me run the code. See, 6 I have got. Why? I have given only 5 characters. We know size of character is 1 byte, but I have given only 5 characters. It should be 5, right? Why it is 6? Because null character is also been considered. Here it is considering the null character as 1 character. That is why I have got the output value as 6. Now if we print the length of this string, printf %d, comma. If I want to know what is the length of the string, I have an inbuilt method called strlen. I'll give name. It gives 5 because I have only 5 characters in the string. So for this I have to use a header file called #include string.h. Okay, let's run the code now. See, 65, not 65, it is 6 and 5. I'll give /n. See, 6 and 5. The size of this array is 6 characters. The size of the array is 6 because null character is also included. That is why I got the output value as 6. But length, I have only 5 characters. Null character will not be considered when we are calculating the length. So that is why I've got the output value as 5 here. I can store strings in 2D array also. For example, char, I'll give names 2 and then I'll give 10, which is equal to Tamil, and then I'll give Ramesh. So here, how it is getting stored? This 2 states 2 rows, 10 states 10 columns. So here, let me so the value gets stored like this. First, I have to declare the 2D array. 2 rows, 10 columns. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Done. So here the array name is names. Names of 0, this one is names of 1. So here I'll store Tamil, and here it gets stored as Ramesh, Ramesh. This is how the values get stored, because 2 rows 10 columns, but the memory will be allocated like this, the values will be get stored on like this. Here by default I'll have a null character /0 at the end, /0 at the end. Let's print and check. So here I'm printing printf %s comma names of 0 I'll give. When I give names of 0, what will get printed? Names of 0 is Tamil. Let's check whether Tamil is getting printed or not. Return 0. See here, I've got Tamil. Now when I give names of 1, which is first row, Ramesh will be the value. Yes, I've got the value. Now I'm printing row value and column value. First value, 5th index value I want to print. That is first row's 5th index value, H. H will be the output. Let's execute the code and check. Okay, I'm not getting any character, because here names of 1 5, names of first row 5th column, this is a character. I am printing as a string, that is why none of the character has been printed. So here if I change this format specifier as C, because when I want to print a character I have to give C, when I want to print a string I have to give yes. So when I run the code now, H is the output value. See, I've got. In the earlier cases, I'm printing the entire row, that is a string. So I've got Tamil and Ramesh as the output value. When you want to print row value and column value, which is a character, you have to give the data type as %C. So I can store strings in 2D arrays also. When you give 2D array, row and column, this is how all the values will be stored. Fine. So I'll take char name. So here I'm going to initialize the value as Ram. Okay, by mistake I have to give the name as Sam, but I'm giving it as Ram. Okay, its actual name is Sam, I'm giving it as Ram. If I want to change one particular character, yes, I can modify the character also with the help of index values. Name of 0 is equal to yes. So on the index value 0, I'm storing the value yes. Now when I try to print of %s comma name, let me save this and run the code. See, I've got the output value as Sam. Let's print before modifying. See, after initializing the value, I'll print once and then I'll give a new line, /n gives me the new line. See here, previously it was Ram, then I am modifying the 0th index character alone, it is giving it as Sam. Okay, this is one thing. Now I can give this as a string literal with the help of pointers. We'll discuss pointers in detail, just we'll understand this alone. So I can give like this also, character star name is equal to Tamil. This is called as string literals. Okay, let me print and check. Print of %s comma name. After discussing pointers, if you are writing this, it will be very easy to understand. Just remember this alone. I am giving the string as literals. When I run the code, it prints the output value Tamil. Now when I try to modify this, it will give me an error. For example, I'll store it as Ram, but by mistake I'm saving a Sam's name as Ram. So I want to change NAME, name of 0 is equal to yes. Now when I run this, it will give me an error. Okay, that is no, I cannot modify this because string literals are readable. It's just in the readable format. I cannot modify that. This is what called as string literals. Okay, even string literals can be accessed by character. If you want to access this with the help of character, yes, you can access, but you cannot modify. I'll give name of 1. See here, I've got A. I can access, I cannot modify. String literals are only in the form of readable format. I cannot modify this.